CY is brought to you by Anheuser-Busch and Cars for Kids, and he joins us on set this afternoon. Thank you so much. It's great to see you here at the ballpark, sir.
Yeah, great seeing you guys, too. Thanks for being out here.
Oh, it's the best. I love the vibes from this fan base now, and this winning is so great, and it's a heck of a team y'all swept over the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, look, Seattle is a really good team, and they're not going away. We had a great weekend against them, but they're a really good team, and we know that. We have our work cut out for us with Seattle, with Houston, with Anaheim, and I've said it all along. Oakland, I know their record's not good, but they're a scrappy bunch. They play hard, so the division is tough. It's a long way to go, but love where we are.
And last week, Eric asked you, what's your favorite kind of win? You got two of those no doubt about it.
Yes, you did.
Holy cow, this offense, man.
Yeah, the offense has been spectacular. I mean, there's just really no way to describe it. I was on MLB Network this morning, and they asked me if I could have predicted this, and there's no way anybody in baseball could have predicted this type of performance from the offense. So it's been a lot of fun. The guys have done a great job. The credit goes to the players. The hitting group, Donnie Ecker, Tim Heyer, Seth Connor have done a tremendous job of implementing year 2 of the offensive program, and the guys have bought in, and it's just been fun to watch them do their jobs, go in, night in, night out, and compete and find a way to win.
It's been unreal. I mean, a plus 152 run differential, but to your point, Seager was out, Garver's been out, Duran was hurt. You finally kind of have your optimum A lineup now together for the first time. What's it like now getting to see that?
Well, it's just the depth of the lineup. I mean, even I believe it was yesterday where you have Mitch Garver batting 7th and Robbie Grossman 8, Travis Jankowski 9. And you get through Garver, who's a really tough at bat, and you have two guys that will just grind you down. And it's just the depth of the lineup, the versatility, different options every night, and Boch is tremendous at that. He really is great at utilizing his options in the best way possible and putting these guys in position to succeed. And it's our job as a front office to try to give him options, and it's his job to utilize those, and he's done a great job.
How about the mental makeup of the team, where it's now a month that they've gone without losing 2 games in a row? Where does that come from? Is that a Bochy thing, or I mean, where do you see on that?
It's just. I think it speaks to the character of the group. I think it's a resilient group. The highs are not high, the lows are not low. They're very professional and businesslike in the way they approach the game day in, day out. I just and it's probably the thing that I'm most excited about. I just love the way our guys play the game. They play hard every single pitch. They don't take a play off. And usually if you have a talented bunch that plays the game that way, the good things are possible. And that's what we're seeing right now. And but I think the character is just terrific of the group, and they've shown that. I think our fans have a lot to be proud of in terms of that.
CY, this morning in the Dallas Morning News, they wrote an article about Bruce and what he's done and how it's just a perfect hire. But he was hired by you. So we're giving you complete credit for this.
I know
this is you're the humble guy. But when you made that trip to go see him, was it sitting on the back porch and you just were you selling him on your vision? Because your vision has got us all captivated right now. How was the sell about him and the team? And was it this? Was what you selling what we're seeing right now?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things that went into the decision and specific to the conversation. But I think ultimately what it was sitting down with Boch and him getting comfortable with me, hearing more about the organization from ownership to the player development side. I mean, one of the first questions he asked me was about our R&D team and the use of analytics. And he wants that. He needs that. He wanted to know that we were strong in that area. And just our players and our personnel. And then the big picture vision, how we're going to improve our pitching. And it was all of that combined. And, I think what he wanted to hear was that there is a path to winning here. And it's what I believe. It's what John Daniels believed before I came here. It's what our ownership, Ray Davis, believes. And, we're seeing that now play out a little bit. But I told Boch yesterday, we were in his office post-game, and I just congratulated him. I said, Boch, you took a shot on us. You took a risk on the Texas Rangers, a team that was, well below 500 last year, in the hopes that we could turn this around and be competitive. I just said, I want you to know how much that means to me, that you believed in us as much as we believed in you. And I couldn't be happier with him being here. He is tremendous. He's everything that I had hoped, and it's just a thrill to work with him every day.
Well, staying on pitching, I haven't seen anything official from the team. I saw some of the beat writers writing about it, the possibility of Spencer Howard being activated and then Jonathan Hernandez being optioned.
Yes, I'll confirm that. We optioned Jonathan today. Tough decision. Jonathan obviously is someone we feel like is a big part of our future and is going to be a big part of this team. Got off to a pretty good start and then has really slumped of recent. I think we're seeing it in some confidence that he's lacking right now, and it's really hard. It's hard competing at this level when you don't quite have the stuff to get big league hitters out, and it's not a stuff issue necessarily. It's a location, command, and consistency issue. We need to get Jonathan right. He's going to be a big part of our success this year. And in terms of Spencer, Spencer is coming off an injury. He has very good spring training up until he got hurt. He's gone out on rehab. He's looked really, really good. He feels great. He's in a great spot, and we're excited to see him contribute.
It's GM Chris Young here with you on The Fan. What does the run differential thing mean to you?
Well, it just means that we're playing clean baseball. I mean, we're pitching well. Offensively, I think it speaks for itself, and I think that when we win, we're finding ways to continue to pile on and really expand on our lead. So it's not going to last the entire season. We're not going to win games, scoring 15, 16 runs all season, but there are going to be moments where it really puts pressure on the other team to win a game like that because they're going to have to use more bullpen pieces. And, collectively, I think that's how you win series, is that you go through the other team's pitching and it puts you in a better spot to win tomorrow night's game. And so, counter to that, it takes pressure off of our pitching. So it allows us to use non-leveraged pitchers at times. And, so I think it's important. And the offense has no doubt given us a cushion in a lot of games where we've been able to set ourselves up for the next day. And there's sort of a compound effect of that. But I recognize it's not going to last all year. We've got really stiff competition ahead, and we're going to have to find a way to win games that are tight.
The sustainability, it doesn't take like a math genius to figure out how tough it would be to do it. But, yeah. I mean, at least for what we've seen, just pretty good teams don't blow teams out like this. It takes great teams to put together this body of work.
Look, those are your words, not mine. I take it one day at a time, and I'm not going to get ahead of ourselves. We're off to a really good start, but there's a long way to go. And I believe in our group. I believe in the character, the makeup, the way we play, the leadership, the coaching staff. They've all done a great job. And I just want us to continue to play clean, good baseball day in, day out. The results will take care of themselves.
Is the cell phone heating up? Are you getting through a work day with one battery, or you need to swap out, or how's that going?
I need the battery to die about halfway through the day. That would be pretty good. I can put that away. And,
throw that
exactly.
away.
Give a couple hours apiece, but –
you guys are dealing from a position of strength now, aren't you? If people are calling you.
Look, in terms of the trade market, that will materialize in time. I mean, there's a lot of parity throughout the league right now, and I think that it's going to take time to kind of flesh that out. What I'm focused on is our team internally, getting the best out of our guys. Jonathan Hernandez, we got to get right. He's a high priority. We went through similar with Jose Leclerc a few weeks ago, and he was struggling, and he's come out of that. He's looking great right now. We want to see that continue, and just finding a way to get the best out of our guys internally. We've got a great group. I believe in the guys we have, and it's important that we find a way to get the best out of them. In terms of the phone blowing up, what has been really cool is our fan base, and hearing from so many people in this community who are proud of their team, who are out here at the ballpark and rooting us on, and every day cheering our group on. And that has been the cool part for me. That has been the most rewarding part of that, and I want that to continue.
What about deGrom? Any update there?
Yeah, Jacob was home for the last, 4 or 5 days with the birth of his third child.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're super excited for him and happy for his wife Stacy, and their 2 other kids. So Jacob returned today. I'll meet with our medical group and pitching group in a little bit and kind of figure out the next steps here. But we're happy to have him back, and we're most importantly happy for the birth of a healthy baby in the deGrom family.
Is it uncomfortable for you for how excited we are? I mean, we've got you as general manager of the year, baseball executive of the year,
please.
But I know, but I'm just saying though. We've starved for this, and you walk in and you're like, "Hey guys, just let me do my job." Is it tough?
Look, it's the player in me. The highs are not too high and the lows are not too low, and I think that's the mentality of our group, and that's certainly Boch's mentality. And to have that alignment, we're steady. And if we just go out and play to our capabilities day in, day out, good things will happen. But I recognize it's a long year. There's a long way to go. There are going to be bumps in the road. And when those bumps happen, we have the character within this group to get through those hard times. And that's what I'm proud of. It speaks to the the makeup of the group of guys down there on the field, and I'm just really pleased with the way they go about it.
How much added emphasis, though, is it also the fan in you? Because I can tell, like, you're a Dallas guy, you're a Rangers fan, and that passion, I think, exudes through everything that you say to us, but also the moves you've made and wanting to turn this around quickly.
Look, I said this the day I took the job. I understand what our fans have gone through as much as anybody. I've experienced it as a kid growing up in this community and loving the Texas Rangers. I've experienced it as a player playing for the Rangers and wanting to be part of something special. And then now I'm experiencing as a front office member who genuinely believes in what we're building here and wants to give that to our fan base. I know how much our fans deserve a winning team. I'm excited for them, and we're committed to giving them what they deserve.
You know, and part of that is what happened against these Cardinals 13 years ago. Can you feel the trauma, the PTSD that some of these fans have? Do you have it yourself? I mean, when I see those uniforms out there, I'm like, that was a great year, but wow.
I'll be very honest right now, and I was bitter at the Rangers for a number of years when they traded me, and it was hard for me to root for the Rangers in those World Series because of getting traded and not being part of that. I wanted to be part of a winning Rangers team, and then I feel like for whatever reason I've ended up back here to try to, remedy that and be part of the solution moving forward. So I probably don't feel that pain as much as most Ranger fans, but my goal is that Ranger fans are moving past that, and we're in the next generation of Rangers baseball, and we're doing great things, and they're able to celebrate the way they should be able to.
Well, with the next generation, we got the draft coming up, right? And you were just talking to us off air about that. Brian's been watching his LSU Tigers. What's the latest on the draft stuff?
Well, we've done a lot of work. We've got scouts out at every regional right now. We're the high school seasons are wrapping up, and so a lot of hard work by our scouting department right now. We're in a great position. It's a great draft. The goal is that this is the last time we're picking at the top of the draft, that we're picking at the bottom of the draft moving forward, and but we're going to have access to a really, really good player. We're very excited about it, and how it shapes up is going to be really kind of dependent on what three teams do ahead of us, but we know that there are good options out there.
When you see a pitcher go 125
That's what I was going to
pitches,
ask. I'm glad you asked this question. Yeah,
well, I'm just curious. What do you make of that when you see a pitcher go 125 pitches, 5-run lead?
Do you think it'd take this guy out?
Yeah.
He could be ours?
Oh, man.
Or are you just impressed? Like, this guy's a dang horse.
I'm impressed. And look, there was a day not too long ago, maybe, 20 years ago, where that was more common. And, we know athletes are capable of that workload, and there's certain situations that may call for it. We've seen Nathan Eovaldi go, somewhat close to that this year. So, I don't put too much into it. I think most importantly, making sure the pitcher is getting his rest and recovery before his next outing. And I think in the college baseball schedule, you have the ability to do that. So I don't worry about it too much.
With Eovaldi, you brought it up, the 2 complete games. Are you guys looking for opportunities to shorten his nights after extended work like that?
Yeah, and Boach did a great job the other night. I mean, I think I don't remember the score after 6, and he cruised through the 6th inning. He was at 85 pitches, easily could have come back out for the 7th inning. I think we extended our lead and maybe went up, by 10 runs or so at that point. And Boach did a tremendous job of getting somebody else up. I think he got Jonathan in the game and got Nate out there to try to maximize his recovery for his next one.
What's the most difficult concession item to stay away from while you're here at the ballpark?
It's anything that we have in our clubhouse. The chefs in our home clubhouse are tremendous. We want for nothing down there. Our players are as well fed as anybody in DFW, and they do just a great job. But I'm telling you, it's hard for me as a guy who has to really work out every day to stay on top of my trips through the kitchen in there, because they do such a great job. Yeah,
attention to detail at every level.
Absolutely,
ladies and gentlemen. That's beautiful.
It's a blessing to have you here, sir. It was great to chat with you in person. Maybe we'll get to do it again a little bit later on in the year or whenever.
Guys,
man, you're a young man. You'll be around here for a while.
Oh, gosh. Well, I'll tell you what. This is fun being here with you guys. I really appreciate the support. Thanks for coming out to the ballpark, and let's get a win tonight.